Hello, 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 and welcome again to yet another video. Today we'll be going over the S&P 500, the stock market over the weekends, Saturday morning, after hours, and what all exactly is doing. As you can see, um, like I said in the previous video, S&P 500 is one of the largest companies that you can um, invest in or look forward to, that do a lot of research and finding, great companies as a whole. So you don't have to do all the dirty work or the hard work, I should say. So let's take a dive right in. All right. So as you can see, we have S&P 500, and it's going for $5,000 a share, which is, a bit high, but like I said, for the work that it brings and the value that it has, quite worth it. And as you can see right here, the lines that is in the red, there's a line that's in the middle right here, right? Meaning that it's pretty much down. And I think because a lot of it has to do with what's going on in Los Angeles, um, a lot of wildfires made the people around in that area get out safely. But I believe that it's causing some stocks to be in effect today. And as you can see, it's in a downward position. As you can tell, it's pretty much in the red zone, meaning pretty much sell. And down here at this bottom number is going for about the same, actually, $5,800, 27 cents. $27, I should say, sorry, and 4 cents. But that's just for today, after hours, Saturday, And the prediction in the future is okay, yeah, as you can see, the next 5 days, um, it still could be not tuned as well. It looks like that it's gonna try its best to gather up because right now it's saying that it's down. It's down 91%. And sorry for like not being able to show a better video, but hopefully sometime in the future. Now, as you can see, we're gonna try to see what's going on in the next month. And so yeah, it's definitely gathering its momentum around here in this area. And I'm using the S&P 500 on the Yahoo Finance. Um, Yahoo Finance right there in the corner. So hopefully you can see that. Now we're going to see, after everything calms down, after everything's like in motion, different politics, right? We're going to see the actual buildup in this area, the actual buildup right here. So let's see what happens. Okay, boom. The prediction is within the next 6 months, that's the P500 should um should be worth buying, and it looks like it's going to be around the same share price, about $5,827, which isn't too bad. Now and again, it's still down, after hours, but again, the market is closed over the weekend, so this is just kind of like a review to see like which way the market will handle on Monday. And as you can see, within the next 6 months, it looks like it could be a go. And again, these are just predictions, you know. predictions, and we'll get into like what are S&P 500, what kind of stocks they consist of, and okay, yeah, year to date, I'm guessing around some time next year, because the market has a way of like fixing itself, and it's the new year, and so we'll never know what happens because now it's at the bottom. Now it's at the very bottom right here, the lowest you can go. Some people would say like bet when the market is going down, or like getting in when the market is going down. I kind of like tend to wait, because um you just never know. It's not a bad thing to do, but I try to focus on when the markets seem to go up and seem to get like a lot of good results that way. And so now we're gonna check to see. I believe the following year, once the politics and once you know the LA fires and everything, once those things will come into place, and you can still want to buy. Honestly, buying a share at 5,000. I mean, you can, but I like to stick to shares that are like about the $100 range, less than $100. That way, you better get more of your money's worth. So if you're into that, as far as making your dollars last and stretch, the lower stocks share prices would be the ones to definitely look into. So again, this is a next year prediction. And as you can see, like I said, the S&P 500 always seems to fix itself no matter what's going on in the market, you know. And so we'll see what happens the following year when it comes to the market. But it seems to, um, 5 years from now, you see how it went through all this things that was going on back here. And while we went through that, um, and so remember the invisible line that we always want to see it go up past the invisible line through the middle, right? So like always a good thing to get in when the market is going up, and you can always hold the stocks, hold the market. You never really have to get out. You can always just leave your money in and just place smaller bets and diversify. And like I said, it says all of the S&P 500 um should be should be going back on the right track. Now, let's see. Let's take a look at some S&P 500s. Let's see. What does it say? Oh, it's kind of small. We can do this real quick. Google. What? Basically, just typed in like what are S&P 500 companies. What do they consist of? And it's basically said S&P 500 is the stock market index that includes the top 500 U.S. companies by market capitalization. To be included in S&P 500, a company must meet the requirements, including okay, but some of the other large companies S&P 500 include. Let me see. Turn it back this way. What are some S&P 500 um stocks? We have Apple, we have Microsoft, we have Amazon, we have Tesla. These are just a few of the S&P 500 in which stockbrokers, do their research and put them all together, in which it's a great way to like invest in. If you are a beginner, you can always invest in S&P 500. They do the work for you. But let's take it a step further. Let's see how stock market is actually doing, you know, as an individual look up. Let's see. Apple. Let's do Apple. Oops, hold on. All right. Let me see. Hold on a sec. Okay, here is one of the S&P 500s stock, right? It's going for $236.85 a share. And like I said, it's after hours. And today they are actually down 5%, 5.85%, which is 2.41% as well. So it's actually below the profit line. And remember, I told you the graph is only so tall, right? And you always want to pay attention to what's going on in the middle. And I believe somewhere in here is the actual dip. Some people say, you can buy the dip, but I try to stay away from the dip. I just try to like base everything off the beginner aspect, stick to the basics. And yeah, okay. Now we can definitely see what it's doing. We have a whole space here the next 5 days to see what's going on, and we'll see. Remember, red means to like sell or hold or back up. You know, over the next few days, definitely don't want to invest in here, but it could have a great pickup within the next month. So let's see. Nah, it actually takes a deeper a deeper dip. Some people do the call options. I'm not sure, but I just know that red means it's not a good time to get in. I like to try to stick to the green so that way. And if you did invest in it, always leave your money in there because the market fixes itself. But I try to diversify and I try to not get into that. You see, yeah. So now I can definitely see where it's going to come up again at because it's not too bad right here, right? So it almost has no choice but to make that loop. And here it is. Boom. Turn it this way, some for you. And it's even back green again. So, give it some time. There's a lot of things going on. But within the next 6 months, hold your position. Don't sell. Get the dividends and get the compound interest. But right up in here is where you'll see the green again. So year to date, oh man. Sometimes the stock market is not really unpredictable, but it definitely has this roller coaster. Because now it's back down. And also pay attention to the share price. $200. Try to stick to something that's a little bit more less. And it's not too it's not too long before it shines again. It's not too long. This came out of COVID. So the next 5 years, we'll see what happens. $2.36 a share. You always want to get in with the prices, low. But the green light means going ahead and get in. So you can get them at a cheaper price when it's a dip, but generally it's pretty much the same price. But they have so many different stocks and bonds, ETFs you can find, you can look into. You can always bound to find something that works out. Thanks for tuning in. We went over Apple stock, S&P 500, and how is the stock affected today, even though it's after hours. I hope you guys like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Any kind of questions, feel free.